Good day, learners! I am Teacher Nerissa, your number buddy. I am here to help you enhance your logical thinking and problem-solving skills. Before we start the lesson, may I remind you, dear students, to watch and listen attentively. So make sure there are no distractions when you are about to watch. Write important details, so kindly prepare your pen and paper and participate actively by doing the activities prepared for you. So, are you ready? Great! Let us begin another fun and enjoyable learning adventure. For this lesson, you are expected to define a percentile rank, calculate the specified percentile rank, and interpret percentile ranks. Before we proceed to our lesson, let us have a short recall of the previous lesson. Identify the word being referred to in each statement. First, what do you call the score points which divide a distribution into 4 equal parts? Correct! Quartiles. Quartiles are the score points which divide a distribution into 4 equal parts. How about the score points which divide a distribution into 10 equal parts? You got it! The answer is deciles. Deciles are the score points which divide a distribution into 10 equal parts. How about the score points which divide a distribution into 100 equal parts? Correct! Percentiles. Percentiles are the score points which divide a distribution into 100 equal parts. Great job! So you have already mastered the measures of position, quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. I believe you are now ready to learn about the percentile rank. Did you watch the latest news about the 2022 election? What is the rank of your preferred candidate? Did he or she belong to the upper 10% or 25% of those who garnered the highest number of votes? Whatever be the result of the election, let us continue to support our country and our community. Remember the famous line of the late President John F. Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. So today, we are going to discuss percentile rank. What is a percentile rank? A percentile rank is typically defined as the proportion of scores in a distribution that a specific score is greater than or equal to. It is particularly useful in relating individual scores to their positions in the entire group. For example, if you obtained the score of 96 on a mathematics test and this score was greater than or equal to the scores of 89% of the students taking the test, then your percentile rank would be 89.
Another example. The table below shows the scores of Mark in a College Scholastic Aptitude Test. Observe the given table. We have there the standard score and percentile rank of Mark. Now, from the figure above, Mark got a percentile rank of 87 in English. What does this mean? Means that Mark is in the upper 13% of those who took the examination. He surpasses 87% of the examinees in English. His percentile rank in mathematics is 97. Interpret the result. Since his percentile rank in mathematics is 97, he belongs to the upper 3% of those who took the examination in mathematics. He scored higher than 97% of the examinees in mathematics.
Let us now solve percentile rank for group data. Percentile ranks are commonly used to clarify the interpretation of scores on standardized tests. An example is the National Career Assessment Examination given to the grade 9 students.
A percentile rank is computed as follows. Percentile rank equals 100 divided by n times the quantity P minus LB times F sub P all over I plus CF sub P. To take note of this notation for percentile rank. P here is the row score or value for which one wants to find a percentile rank. LB is the lower boundary of the class containing the row score. F sub P is the frequency of the class containing the row score. CF sub P is the cumulative frequency before the class containing the row score. N is the total frequency, and I is the size of the class interval. Again, percentile rank equals 100 divided by the total frequency times the quantity row score minus the lower boundary of the class containing the row score times the frequency of the class containing the row score all over the size of the class interval plus the cumulative frequency before the class containing the row score. For example, student A got a score of 42 and student B obtained 35 in an examination for a scholarship. To qualify for the scholarship, the student must have a percentile rank of 75 and above. Calculate the percentile ranks of the two students and determine if they qualify for the scholarship. So here is the table showing the scores of 50 students. So what are the steps in solving for the percentile rank of group data? Step number 1. Complete the table. So given here are the scores and the frequency. You are going to fill up less than cumulative frequency column and the lower boundary column. For the less than cumulative frequency, you consider first the frequency of the lowest class interval or lowest scores, and that is 6. Next, you add 6 to the next frequency, which is 12. So, we have 18. 18 plus 9, that is 27. 27 plus 11, we have 38. And 38 plus 8 equals 46. 46 plus 4 equals 50. And for the lower boundary, you just subtract 0.5 to the lower limit of each class interval. We have 46 minus 0.5, 41 minus 0.5, and so on and so forth. So the lower boundaries are as follows. Step number 2. Identify position in percentile class. So student A got a score of 42, which is within the class interval 41 to 45 with a frequency of 8 and with a lower boundary of 40.5. For the less than cumulative frequency, we are going to consider the cumulative frequency before the class containing the row score. So we are going to consider 38. Now for student B, the score is 35. So it is within the class interval 31 to 35 with a frequency of 9. And it has a lower boundary of 30.5. For CF sub P, we are going to consider 80. Step number 3. Determine all the needed values. Calculate the percentile rank of student A and student B. For student A, his score is 42, which is within the class interval 41 to 45. So the row score is 42. The lower boundary is 40.5. The frequency of the class containing the row score is 8. The cumulative frequency before the class containing the row score is 38. The total frequency is 50. And the size of the class interval is 5. We are going to apply the formula for percentile rank. It is equal to 100 divided by n times the quantity P minus LB times F sub P all over I plus CF sub P. Now let's substitute the given values. So percentile rank equals 100 divided by 50 times the quantity 42 minus 40.5 times 8 all over 5 plus 38. So it's equal to 100 divided by 50 is 2. Now, evaluating the values inside the parentheses, we have 42 minus 40.5. It's equal to 1.5 times 8. You divide this by 5. Then add the result to 38. After which you multiply the result by 2. So the percentile rank would be 80.80. For student B, the score is 35, which is within the class interval 31 to 35. So the row score is 35. Lower boundary is 30.5. The frequency of the class containing the row score is 9. The cumulative frequency before the class containing the row score is 18. The total frequency is 50. And the size of the class interval is 5. So let's substitute the given values. Percentile rank equals 100 over 50 times the quantity 35 minus 30.5 times 9 all over 5 plus 18. So evaluating this, we have percentile rank equals 2 times the quantity 4.5 times 9 all over 5 plus 18. So it's equal to 52.20. The percentile rank of student B is 52.20. The last step, we are going to interpret the result. So student A is qualified for a scholarship since his percentile rank is equivalent to 80.80. While student B is not qualified because his percentile rank is equivalent to 52.20. To qualify for the scholarship, a student must have at least percentile rank of 75.
To further understand the lesson, let us have exercises. So kindly bring out your pen and paper and try to answer the given exercises.
The table below shows the mathematics test scores of 50 students. To observe the scores, the frequency, the less than cumulative frequency, and the lower boundary. Try to solve how many percent of the scores are greater than the cumulative frequency of 38. So let us determine the needed data. 38 is within the class interval 36 to 40. So the value of P is 38. LB is 35.5. F sub P is 11. TF sub P is 27. N is 50. And I is 5. So kindly solve now how many percent of the scores are greater than the cumulative frequency of 38. So you are given 15 seconds to answer the question. So just what we have done a while ago, you are going to apply the formula in solving for the percentile rank for group data. After that, you are going to interpret the result. Okay, so let us now check your work. So applying the formula for the percentile rank, which is equal to 100 all over n times the quantity P minus LB times F sub P all over I plus CF sub P. Substituting the given values, we have percentile rank equals 100 over 50 times the quantity 38 minus 35.5 times 11 all over 5 plus 27. So, evaluating this, we will obtain a percentile rank of 65. Now, what does this mean? Since the percentile rank is equal to 65, this means that 65% of the scores are less than the cumulative frequency of 38. Therefore, 35% of the scores are greater than the cumulative frequency of 38.
Congratulations for a job well done. I believe you are now ready to answer the given assessment.
For number 1, the table below shows the scores of Maxine in the test for special program in mathematics qualifiers. So you are going to interpret the result. And for number 2, complete the table and answer the questions that follow. For your assignment, kindly read and understand the problem. Complete the table and solve the given problem.
And that concludes our lesson for today. Thank you for listening and learning with me. I hope you have learned something today. Before I end this video lesson, may I share to you this quotation. Rank does not confer privilege or give power. it imposes responsibility.